What is a heat spreader? Could you elaborate on that?
So heat spreader is an important electronic component of a power electronic device which can transform the generated heat energy to the heat sink.
So where can we use it in just in everyday life?
In the communication technology and especially in the EVs.
The car's taking 6 hours to charge up the battery. It can happen in like minutes. GaN has been grown successfully over a silicon carbide. What is the success on having it grown on a diamond? And you think it will be better than it?
At least for the efficiency for sure, because the diamond has the best possible thermal conductivity.
What do you think the future of lab-grown diamond plates for non-gem purposes?
It's a quite enormous, great future actually.
Human history is fascinating, starting with the Stone Age to Bronze Age to Silicon Age. And today, we have entered into the Diamond Age. People usually see diamonds as part of jewelry, but no one would have ever imagined them as a solution to one of the biggest problems in electronics, heat. Today's speaker brings in more than academic credentials. He leads our R&D department, driving research, and is deeply engaged in understanding how lab-grown diamond plates can contribute to heat spreader fabrication. Dr. Shashikant Gupta, we are glad to have you with us. Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers about your work and the experience that you've had with us?
First of all, thank you Gargi for having me. I'm a material scientist and I did my PhD from IIT Kanpur in the Department of Material Science and Engineering. So mostly what I do is try to understand the material structure and how to tune that structure and associated process to develop intended applications and get the intended material properties. During my academic works, I mostly developed energy materials for which are able to transform available stray mechanical and thermal energies into useful electrical energy. And since I am here at AGA9, I started understanding diamond material and how to tune its material property for its various and enormous industrial applications.
That we know because we are always having conversations every single day. So I actually wanted to ask you on that you came from a different field and you got into a field that was completely something different. Absolutely new for you. Because I know you had no experience in diamonds before. So was this a planned decision for you or it just happened?
Yeah, to be honest, it just happened because I always motivated to work in the real life, solving in the real life problems and getting solution for them. And when I joined AGA9, I got to know about the diamond and how it can be manufactured, how it can be tuned, and how various applications can be developed out of it. Although it is very far to reach over there, but yeah, we started on a great path, and yes, it's there. we will reach there for sure.
100%, I'm sure. And my other thing is, are there any important moments or experiences in your career up till now that has changed your perspective towards life or towards the changing times right now?
So during my PhD at IIT Kanpur, I was like, we have to go into the postdoc and then we have to pursue the academic careers. Luckily, I've been to Houston at Rice University. So there I worked with a group which are already involved in diamond. But my focus was not that. I was working with triboelectric nanogenerators, which can transform mechanical energy to electrical. But with that diamond group, I got to know they are developing DLCs for different applications. So I used their diamonds for my purpose. I started using that inorganic material for transforming the mechanical energy into electrical. So that was the thing, like irrespective of the material, you can work with the thing if you have a particular idea that you want to pursue. And with that group also, I got to know that pursuing the academic career cannot be the only option. People are working in the industries also. Why not in India? So that's why I got this opportunity working at AGA9, and yeah, working with diamond is no different. Now I'm trying to save the energy.
Correct.
So for example, EV. If currently EV are using 100 amps and they are using 100 amps for charging the battery and they are taking for 6 hours. After the diamond-based GaN amp, if they are taking the 1 hour, then it's the saving of energy. So I'm in that field now, from generating the energy to the saving the energy.
Saving the energy. Yeah. What is a heat spreader? Could you elaborate on that? And the industrial applications about it?
So heat spreader is a new term in the field of diamond, but not in the electronic field. So heat spreader is an important electronic component of a power electronic device which can transform the generated heat energy from the electronic device to the heat sink.
Correct.
So it bridges between the heat sink and the power electronic
Power
device.
electronic.
The material property of heat spreader is the thermal conductivity. And the diamond is known for the best, having the best thermal conductivity.
Yes.
So it is projected if we develop a heat spreader out of diamond and we can integrate the existing GaN based HEMTs, the transistor I'm talking about. So that will be a game changer for each and every
Yes.
industry, at least for space and defense sectors.
GaN has been grown successfully over a silicon carbide or
That's
other or on a sapphire substrate.
Sapphire and silicon also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What is the success on having it grown on a diamond? And you think it will be better than it? Better than the previous transistors?
So
When
yeah,
it comes to efficiency, when it comes to costing?
at least for the efficiency for sure.
Okay.
For costing, we have to get into more because the diamond has the best possible thermal conductivity. So silicon carbide, the best one, it has only 400 watt per millikelvin, and diamond has 5 times more, like 2000 watt per meter. So of course, when we use diamond for developing heat spreader, it is going to get us best possible efficiency.
Can you give me like some example in today's world? Where can we use the heat spreader
That's
in
a
our
good question, yeah.
everyday life, in our normal home, in any appliances? Because this is always a concern whenever we come up with a new technology. You know, it shouldn't be accessed only by industry. It can also be accessible to for a common man. And that is when we reach the economies of scale where efficiency is at the highest and the cost comes down and there's a lot of energy that is saved as well as money that is saved. And the longevity of materials and appliances increases. So where can we use it in just an everyday life?
Okay. It will be too early to say that the diamond-based heat spreader can be used in daily life. The costing will not be reduced within 2 to 5 years as of now, the way I see it. As far as daily use is concerned, in the communication technology, we can see it for sure, and the
Okay.
charging devices, and especially in the EVs. These EVs has these power electronic devices, inverter. So these inverters can be made of these GaN-based.
But even in defense, right? We can use.
So defense and the space sectors are the niche sectors, where these are the high value sectors. For them, for sure, we're gonna do this. And because it's at the lab level, the GaN-based diamond is already developed. So we are quite positive about it, that we can also develop it and scale it for these two sectors. To answer your question for the daily purposes, so I can see that
EV.
in
Okay.
EVs we
So
can go
you
into
think
it.
that instead of like the cars taking 6 hours to charge up the battery,
Yeah.
it can happen in like minutes?
For an hour, I see.
Oh,
For
okay,
an
that's 60 minutes
60,
yet.
yeah.
Oh,
60
okay,
minutes.
that's actually interesting
Yeah.
because a lot of electrical charges, I mean, electricity costing, as you know, is so high nowadays.
So now, and
we can
it
save money
will help
there.
us to become self-reliant because nowadays
yes.
so many situations where you are dependent upon your oil and everything on
Yes.
other countries. But when you are self-reliant in EV setups and EV infrastructure, it will be very boost up for our economy.
So, what do you think are actually challenges that we are facing to make this product?
The primary challenge is the integration. So GaN-based HEMTs and integrate it with the diamond is the primary
Okay.
challenge. Secondary is the size. All the GaN development requires certain size. Like it is basically for them, it's 6 inches and 8 inches. We are up to 2 inches. We are developing for 3 inches now. For sure, in the coming future, we will be developing for 4 inches. And then to integrate with the GaN devices.
Okay.
So these integration requires different approaches. First, we need to ability to develop 4 inches diamond. Then we have to focus on the integration, as well.
But we are working on it.
We are-
I mean,
we are
our team is working
working
on
on
it
it, for
also.
sure.
To elaborate on that, your normal day at AGA 9, your every day at AGA 9, what is it in the
So-
lab? What are you doing?
So I try to find out good articles to study for the properties that we want to develop, the process we want to tune. So that requires literature survey. Mostly I do that. Then if I have such an experiment to run based on that literature survey, then we plan the experiment, we design the experiment and everything. And that requires certain sort of manufacturing also. Maybe you need some good molybdenum and the design and shape of the molybdenum
Yeah.
to adjust the process. And once you develop those products, once you develop a sample, you need to study that also. And for that,
Yes.
you have to prepare samples for the specific characterization. AFM, force microscopy. If you want to check the surface roughness of the sample, you have to prepare the samples for that and send to the lab. They will send you the results, and
It's
you
a
have to study.
time-consuming
So
process.
you
Yes.
know it very well now.
Yes.
In the country, we have this infrastructure where all the in so many institutes under the same umbrella are there, where you can just go to the website and just let them know what characterization you want to do. There are
Yes.
so many places where they will let you know these are the machines are available for your process, for your characterization.
That's true. And actually, we as a company have been very blessed also, because wherever we've approached, all the
All
professors,
they
everybody
responded in
they
person.
responded immediately.
Immediately,
They
yeah.
always want to collaborate
Collaborate
with us.
with us, yeah.
They tell us, they visit us, they call us over. So
Yeah.
it's been I think you are one of the reasons also why. And so is Dr. Mittal. In general, what do you think the future of lab grown diamond plates for non-gem purposes?
It's a quite enormous, great future actually. As of now, we are trying to develop so many things. We are indulged in so many projects, but they are quite promising. I can confidently say that we are the most at the front to develop new applications out of lab-grown diamonds, and we have this infrastructure, great infrastructure here, to have so many reactors and have great collaborations with institutions.
Correct.
So everything is there. We need to keep moving forward. Whatever the goals we have in our mind, that can be easily achievable. It's just a matter of time only.
Patience
Patience
is the key.
Patience is the key, because it's quite new for everyone in India also.
Thank you, Dr. Shashikant Gupta, for bringing in your expertise and your wonderful insights over the role that a lab-grown diamond plate is required in fabricating heat spreaders.
Thank you so much, Gargi, for having me here.
As we wrap up, it is clear that lab-grown diamonds are transforming the landscape of heat spreader fabrication. AGA9 is focused on a simple and a clear mission for driving growth while continuously investing in research and development to develop new products. Our advanced machines position us to achieve stronger economies of scale. This is what defines us today and drives us for the future. Find out more such interesting videos on our YouTube channel.